What is up everyone, it's Inuyasha's here. What we're going over today will be how to set up a tool workshop so we can start crafting us some lucky tools. The first thing we're going to go over is where are we going to be crafting our tools. Well, you can choose that depending on what city you want to do it in, so I'm going to show you how you figure out where you can craft your tools. Head on over to the world map and click on the city you wish to craft your tools in. What we're going to do is click up here in this drop down tab and find Tool Workshop. This is going to point out every single tool workshop in that city. We're looking for a level 3 tool workshop to make us some shining steel tools. If any of these houses show up in your city, then you can choose which house is best for you to purchase. Okay, so now we're looking at what materials we're going to need to gather. Looking at this here, we can see that everything but a shining fluid collector is going to need maple logs. Alright, so how are we going to get our maple logs? We're choosing to have workers gather these logs for us. There are 4 worker nodes you can invest into to have them to start gathering maple logs for you. These are in no prioritized order or anything like that, so feel free to get whichever ones you want or need. It doesn't really matter, but let's go over these. The first one we're going over is at Castle Ruins. This is southeast of Heidel, and it's just going to be right here. Grab that maple timber. If you look to the west of Heidel, over in northern plains of Serendia, basically where Beg spawns, you'll see another maple timber node. Heading up north from there, it's going to be right under the western guard camp is the Forest of Seclusion. This is pretty much where Damn Tree spawns. Here's another maple timber node. And the last one is going to be way up north, a bit north of Elrix. It's going to be Media Northern Highlands, and as you can see, there's a 4th maple timber node here. Now that we know how to get some wood, we can look onto the next resource. Alrighty, so the next thing we're going to be working on is getting some steel. Making steel is going to be very simple. We're just going to be heating some melted iron shards with some coal. We won't be going over where you get iron because it's pretty much everywhere and should be no problem for you. But we will be going over 3 nodes where you can have workers get you some coal. The first one is going to be at the Kepling Quarry. It's going to be 1 node north of Kepling, and it's going to be very simple for you to get your hands on. Next one over here by Kepling as well, it's going to be Glutoni Cave. You can choose to mine coal here as well. And then another node would be over near Altanova. It's going to be called the Omar Lava Cave. You can choose to mine coal here as well. Okay, so now that we got our steel out of the way, we're going to be working on possibly the most important item. You're going to need this no matter what type of tool it is you're after, and it's going to be making pure iron crystals. Something to point out is if you go with a level 2 workshop, you can avoid using the pure iron crystals. You're just going to have less durability and there's going to be no resale value in it. As with the shining tools, you can resell them if you don't proc a lucky tool. Alright, so we're going to start working on making our pure iron crystals. First thing we're going to need to make will be metal solvents. We're going to make these by doing some alchemy. We're going to use 2 trace of savagery, 4 rough stone, 3 melted iron shard, and 1 clear liquid reagent. Okay, so now that we have our metal solvents, we're back to some heating. You're going to heat metal solvents and iron ingots together. This is going to be how we make our pure iron crystals. This is subject to change, but pure iron crystals are fairly expensive on the market. If you want to buy them, you can buy them as an alternative. Something worth noting is if you're going to go with blue quality tools instead of yellow, you can bypass using the pure iron crystal. So if we're going to be making some tanning knives or some butchering knives, we're going to have to get our hands on some hard hides in order to craft those. So let's go over the best spot for you to get some of those hard hides. Now, if you're at Heidel, southwest of there, over at this northwestern gateway node right here, in this general area you'll see some triangle-headed lizards. These are going to be very easy, very fast for you to gather hard hides. It's going to be probably the best spot for you. It's not going to be quite as quick as some of the other hides, but at the same time, it is the best spot for some hard hides. Something I will point out is you tend to get more hides if you're using a tanning knife instead of a butcher's knife. Oops. The last item you're going to need, as with any crafting, is going to be your blackstone powder. As soon as you get your blackstone powder, you got everything ready to go. Just make sure you put it in the town that you have your worker in. Something I will point out is making a lucky tool will be a lucky proc with a worker. Due to this, you're going to want a worker with as high luck as possible. Human workers are ideal when making tools with the intentions of making lucky tools. I haven't tried selling a normal steel tool, so I can't tell you for sure if those will sell on market, but I can tell you that you can sell most shining tools with ease. So we've officially gone over everything you need to get those lucky tools on rolling. I wish you the best of luck getting those hards and sharp shards. You all take care and have a wonderful day.